Hello and welcome to your extended reading for the new beginnings. This is a new beginning for me and it's also going to be a new beginning for you. So I'll go ahead and get started. If you're finding this because you've watched the overall video, then some of the graphics here will be familiar to you. And let me fix this here. And behind me, I have a couple paintings that I did a long time ago, symbolizing left brain, right brain. And you know, this kind of like flip that happens in the body, how the right brain controls the left side and the right side and the left brain are connected, you know. So we have these interesting polarities that are a theme in my work and then a theme in my readings. So if this is resonating with you, we're going to dive in a little bit deeper with those in particular. Okay. So yeah, this is not scripted. I'm just going to go through and read the cards. But before we get too far into it, I do spend time at the beginning pulling cards for each sign, and I've kind of like printed them out here. And there's a map, which I'll put up here next to it. So I wanted to say that overall, because we all have every sign, these themes are important for the new beginning. So we have the Lover's card times 3 for the major arcana. And it was the only card that repeated 3 times, and it happens to be the major arcana. Sometimes the Lovers is considered choice, and because this reading is about choosing, you know, how you want to look at things and how our words and our thoughts matter, I think especially in this case for you as you are contemplating a new beginning, just think about how much that is emphasized for everyone throughout this reading as an influence in making new beginnings. We're choosing to make a new beginning. It happens not because we're expecting it to, because we take action in order for that to happen. We also have the Queen of Swords repeated twice, which is the element of air, and the Four of Wands repeated twice, the element of fire. And air and earth are heavily dominant. So this is just a little bit of overall energy before we get into your specific reading to orient us on the map. So there's a north, south, east, and west, and then also the elements, and then the 12 different zodiac signs, and your reading is going to be focusing on your particular zodiac sign. So let's get to it, okay? Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your extended reading. This is a new beginning for me and a new beginning for you. I'm filming these in the kitchen, and behind me are 2 paintings. Actually, it's 1 painting, the left brain, right brain. I'm looking at myself filming this. I keep seeing that image, and it just resonates a lot with the way that I'm presenting tarot in these general readings, which is always presenting both the negative and the positive extremes of the cards. So you got in your reading, along with the theme of the Lovers, which is predominant, this idea of making choice, and then you also got Judgment, which is bringing something back to life. So in the positive sense, it was judgment is done and my reward is new life. So this is again in themes of new beginnings, and judgment is delayed and punishment is the result. So if our theme is new beginnings, and you have made a judgment and your reward is new life, let's pull a card to see if there's any extra messages from Spirit to assist you or things you should know about the new life that's starting. And then judgment is delayed and punishment is the result. So let's pull a card regarding clarification on if there's any aspect of this judgment process that's been delayed. And again, you might resonate with one or the other, but we're going to pull a card for that. And then we will also pull just kind of like an in the middle card for advice regarding your particular situation. And take a look at what's on the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful new beginning in your emotional body, perhaps in your family or romantic love life. So if you don't have a family and you don't have a romantic love life to think about, then that would be kind of like your relationship with yourself. So judgment is done, and my reward is new life. And we know that this is in the area of emotions and feelings, a new beginning in that sense. So let's see if there's any other messages for you. And we got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling and having a lot of things on your mind. So if you've been thinking, like many of us in COVID, that there isn't enough to entertain you during the day, it could be that this is definitely going to be shifting in the future, that the new life that's coming in is going to require more activity and involvement on your part, and that this kind of this balancing act and this juggling is something that will be enjoyable and welcome energy for you. Sorry, I thought I heard something. So that's kind of cool. I mean, normally the Two of Pentacles might be considered sort of like indecision or not be considered a super positive card, but because we're getting it in this idea of actually as a reward, then it would tell me, if you found your way to this message, that perhaps you are seeking more activity or excitement in your life, and this reward is coming towards you. You also, like all the water signs, had the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. So this could be quick action toward finding more financial security for yourself, and that you'll kind of be moving around or juggling things around in regards to making a lot of, it could actually mean like rearranging your home or just redecorating, changing your physical space so that you feel more abundant and plentiful and secure, and that this is kind of like would be very emotionally fulfilling for you. All right, so judgment is delayed and punishment is the result. And here we've got Justice as the card. And it's interesting because I just read Pisces, and Pisces got Justice as underneath the deck. And so this is reiterating the idea of making choice, and that it's important for you to weigh your options and make the correct decision in regards to what it is that you want. So because it's also so now you've got I'm just adding them up. You've got the Lovers, which is about making decisions. You've got Judgment, which is bringing back to life, and obviously the word judgment has the word judge in it, which kind of relates to justice. And so perhaps if you are resonating with the delay of judgment, it would be that some decisions have yet to be made and that you're still weighing them out. And until you make a decision, judgment cannot be passed and you cannot move forward. So let's see if there's any advice other than the idea of starting a new emotional beginning. Let's see what other advice is here for you. All right, so the advice is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is representing external circumstances, and oftentimes this is kind of perceived as things moving in your favor in the most positive way. So it's external circumstances changing and moving in your favor. That's pretty positive. So in relation to the judgment being delayed and you perhaps feeling like you're being punished, well, okay, so the advice is, hey, you know, it's out of your control, but the universe has your back. Things will be shifting and moving in your favor. So it also kind of resonates to me with the juggling a little bit, where even if you don't resonate with the delay part and you're like, yeah, I'm moving forward and I'm starting my new life, there might be some shifts that are coming for you, and those shifts are going to require you to make some quick adjustments. So in that case, it would be like, you know, just a little bit of a warning, like prepare yourself. You might have some unexpected changes. And usually the Wheel of Fortune is changes, you know, like in your favor, not in a negative way. So that's your reading. I hope it helped you clarify the situation. And thanks for supporting me here on Patreon. Happy new beginnings.